Hey. Okay, so hopefully I'm live and you guys can hear me all good. And I just kind of wanted to come on to YouTube and say hi to everybody. I might just turn my music down a little. Sometimes you can hear it and sometimes you can't. All right. So nothing special. I'm just going to pull some cards and things. So I'm just going to wait for a few people to come in and say hi. And I am going to burn some incense while we wait. Okay, so how are you, everybody? Awesome. We have 9 people. Hopefully I'm going to be able to see your chat messages. I just thought I would jump on and say hi. Just kind of finished doing a little while ago now, day 3 for our webinar. So, hey, awesome. Thank you, husband. Hey, Ashley. Welcome. Okay. I'm just burning this sage. Let everybody get some clearing. Hey, Jonathan. Marissa. Hey, welcome. All right. So we're going to do Domino Angels. Okay, just going to clear my cards a little bit. And we might even do the Dragon Oracle. Just get an energy of that as well. And I was going to pull out daily guidance from the angels, but I think that I may just use my Domino Angels for that instead. Hey, J-Rock. Hey. So I know you guys have been hanging out for some readings and things because I've been so busy this week with webinars. Doing the webinars for 5 days. So okay, Rashmi. Well, sending healing energy to you. Grab that right out. Katie Cat, hi. So for some of you who are waiting, we have some more crystals coming this week. And we have these selenite crystal balls, which are awesome. Well, they're not crystal balls, they're selenite spheres. But they're awesome. And I also have some actual crystal balls too. So this is a small one, but I have a huge one on the website. They've come from Brazil. So I'm just clearing those. So we do have some things, and these are keeping a high vibration going. And, of course, our Lemurians and Auralites as well. Hey, Teresa. All right, everyone's coming in. This is awesome. As I said, I haven't seen you guys just for doing a reading for a little while. And if you hear some banging upstairs, it's my son because he has a electric kit, which don't let them talk you into getting an electric kit because it's quieter. It's not quieter at all. So Katie Cat missed the last spin. Don't worry, we'll have it again probably on Friday or Saturday. And I'll have more things to show you. So that's awesome. And I just love this sage. I've got new sage coming too. So it's just really nice to cleanse and clear the energy. You know, when you start feeling really heavy because of the yeah, I have 2 pieces. They're still sort of sitting in the box. I have 2 little Lemurians that didn't go. I have them available too. Oh, where's my other one? Yeah, I've got them. Should be in this little box here. But yeah, I have selenite wands for sure. Plenty of them, and I make them too. I make you your own particular selenite wand. So awesome. Hi, Jennifer. Oh, hi, G. I've just come on here randomly, and that's sometimes the best way to do stuff. Yeah. So for some reason, one of my crystals went on the whole other side of the table, which is crazy. So welcome. Teresa lost hers. Oh dear. Yeah. So I can make you, I have quite big wands, but I make them and I wrap them with copper and crystals on them as well. And they make a beautiful wand for you. So yeah, please keep on checking out rockandgems.com. We have free shipping throughout the entire United States now. And if you are overseas, you also get a pretty reduced price in your shipping. It's the way I've been able to do it through my store. So free shipping. Okay, so the price is the price and you don't have anything extra to pay. So that's awesome. Hi, lovely. Hey, Cat B. Thanks so much for coming in. So we're going to do some cards. Why not? Okay, the energy is nice and high. I hope that everybody is feeling happy and well. Hey, Kate. Kate's back in the scene. Hello. How are you all? Thanks for coming in. I hope that you will enjoy the messages today. As I said, I don't know exactly what's going to come up, but I hope that you will enjoy anyway. So the way that everything is right now, people are picking up a lot of energies. And I was talking about this in my webinar today, that people are, as a collective, we've been picking up a lot of energies that are not ours and feeling a lot of stress that's not yours and feeling a lot of emotion that's not yours as well. And so what we're going to do today is just make sure that we are bringing in a positive vibration. So I'm going to start with an opening declaration, and you can close your eyes and follow if you want to, because it will just help you to feel in tune with what we're talking about today. Hey, Grant, Katie Cat, Kay, everybody's coming in. So it'll help you to feel in tune with what's happening today, and hopefully raise your own vibrations as well, and just make us feel like we're in this safe, protected space, which we will be, because as I said, this is happening, this is happening, this is happening, this is happening, this is stressing this one out, and this is drama, and not only that, but then you've got added, agitation from all around, the news, and just all on TV and just on YouTube and social media, and everywhere you look, there's someone with something going on, and it's really hard to navigate. So what I wanted to do is just try to be this straight line forward and say, hey, come on, let's go this way, because that's all rubbish what we're hearing around us. And we want to ascend, and we want to move forward, and we want to lift our vibration. We don't want to have all of these issues plaguing us. And one of the biggest things is, on your journey, is that if you can focus your way forward, even amongst all this chaos, then you can do anything, right? So that's the biggest message that I get, is you have to focus. Just focus on what you're doing, where you're going, keeping strong. Don't worry about everybody else's opinions and dramas and offending, if they're offended by everything or whatever. Just keep on going forward. And that is the way, So awesome. Marissa's looking forward. Hey, Michelle. So Michelle knows, she was just with us in a beautiful angel webinar we had on healing angels. And we've been doing 1 day, 2 hours a day for 5 days this week. So this is going to also be open to those who haven't been able to do the 5 days. So once the 5 days is over, I may offer it so that you can join the group and watch all the lessons and stuff for a lot cheaper too. So that's really good. Excellent. So as you know, I like to do number 1 or number 2 for the readings, right? And really just have a focus on what that might be for you. And I know some people want me to do all of number 1 and then all of number 2, but that's almost impossible, because people are just waiting and waiting and waiting for their turn, especially when it's live. So I'll do number 1, then number 2, then back to number 1, then number 2, okay? But we probably won't need many cards, because the messages are right on the top. So since so much has happened energetically, even with me, okay, the intuition is right there. So if I feel something, I'm going to say it as well. Hey, Desiree. So some girls here were from the, we were just talking recently. Now, I thought I was going out this afternoon, and it turns out we don't have to. So I'm like, well, I'm just going to make a video for YouTube, which is awesome. Yeah. So the webinar and stuff, if you couldn't come and it's, the wrong days or whatever, when I'm finished doing these 5 days, I'm going to offer you a ticket to be able to go in and watch all the videos and be a part of that group. And in that group, I'll also be going live to answer questions as well. So, yeah, it'll be awesome. So if you're on Patreon, I'll put a link up about that later on. And or maybe even here on YouTube as well. It's kind of hard to put stuff on YouTube because there's only one community tab, and I can only access that through my phone. So yeah, just about everybody's here. This is awesome. Thank you so much. Wow, my thing is doing its thing, and hopefully everything stays nice, and I'm going to stay live and we don't drop out, right? Because we're all protected. So what I'm going to do now is a declaration to bring us in. We have the Devine tribe. Remember that there are a lot of new things also happening on the websites and stuff. And please, everybody who's listening, I've just started TikTok, okay? Now, I think Marissa knows I'm over there and a couple of others. But I started TikTok at BDevine Online. And I need some help because then I can go live on TikTok. So I think you have to have 1,000 people. I don't know. And then I can go live on TikTok. So I've kind of been looking at that, and some of it really makes me laugh. Some of it is like, oh, no. But I would like to be a voice on TikTok as well. So if you want to, if you're a TikTok person, follow me and I'll follow you back. All right, Siobhan. Yep. Okay. You need 1,000 subscribers to go live on TikTok. Yeah. I think I've got like 30 something or maybe 40 people right now. So look for me. I'll put it in the chat so you can find me on TikTok. Okay. Because, yeah, I'm sort of just making little quick videos right now. But I would like to make some more. And that one's for TikTok. There we go. So thanks a lot. My tick don't talk. Yeah, it's just at BDevine Online. You guys, if you're TikTokers, you know what that is. All right. So let's do this declaration and get the energy nice and strong. Okay. So we're all connected in this light energy, and I also don't want you guys to forget, Rock and Gems, no more shipping fees if you're in the United States. None. We've got rid of it all. And you want to stay here with us because we got a whole lot of pyramids that are coming. Love pyramids. Okay. All right. Hello, Shama. Thanks so much for coming in too. All right. So let's do this and then have in your mind what number is going to be the right thing. Number 1 or 2, okay? My husband and G, family's here with us. We've got lots of people here. Thank you so much. Let's go. I'm just going to close my eyes for a moment. All right? All right, so take a deep breath. Okay, so it's a good idea just to sit for a moment instead of trying to jump right into some things. So we're just going to sit for a moment. Okay, so just listen to my voice, and I'm just going to connect with some protection for us as well. Firstly, we're going to give permission. As a sovereign being of light, I hereby give permission to connect with my own spiritual light team, guardian angels, spirit guides, animal totems, elemental beings, gods and goddesses, source energy, my higher self, and the angels of protection. And I ask to be placed in a shield of protection now that grounds me into the center of the earth and connects me into the center of the universe with white, blue, and pink lights. And I give permission for the angels to reinforce this shield of light as needed, remove any debris, any negative energy away from me, any energy I've absorbed, any anxiety that's not mine, any negative vibrations that have been sent to me, anything that's been upsetting me, and it's not my responsibility. I ask the angels to clear this away from me immediately, never to return. I bring forth now the angels of blessings, the angels of light, angels of a brand new life, angels of abundance, angels of strength and courage, and the angels of clarity to move forward and open the doorway to show me exactly where I need to go and also what needs to be left behind now. I'm open to abundance on every level. I'm open to healing throughout my body. I give thanks that this is done through all directions of time and space, through all layers of my entire being, with unconditional love for all. So be it. And this is sealed with love and light. It is done. So be it, so be it, so be it. Okay, take a deep breath in and out. All right. So now, if you weren't already grounded, you should be super grounded right now as well, as we move into the next phase of today, which is going to be our readings. Okay. Now, I always have high vibrational crystals around, all right? And I do recommend that for everybody. And oils and things, anything that's going to help you to just ground and stay focused. So that's going to be the focus of today. What I first want to do is I want to do a message for you guys from the Domino Angels. Now, instead of this being pile number 1 or 2, these are going to be for everybody. And then we will do a focus on the Imperial Dragons. So that'll be for number 1 or number 2, okay? Awesome. All right, so firstly, I'm just getting a message for everyone with the Domino Angel cards. These are my own cards. One day I'm going to be able to create another deck. So, all right, some people are changing their numbers today. All right, awesome. Okay. All right. Hey, thanks, G. What have I got? What's it called? It's called Relaxing Music, Spirit of the American Indians. Of course, that's what's going to be around this house. All kinds of stuff. Anything could come out of here. All right. All right, so I'm just focusing on a message for everything with the Domino Angels. Who do we need to connect with right now? Aha! This is what we all want to hear. the angels of abundance, coming forward into our life. Okay, the number 12, double sixes on the domino roll. Okay. So the angels of abundance are with you now, bringing you extra blessings, extra money that you need. When this card comes up, you can start to feel financial pressures are lifting. And there will also be surprises in bank accounts, or money that is owed is finally repaid. Very lucky for investments and property deals. Great luck on your side. Time to try new things, counting your blessings, and more will appear. Thank you to the angels of abundance. You can light a green candle to connect. Now, the angels of abundance, some people say, yeah, right, okay. Well, I haven't got any money, I haven't got a job, and I haven't got this, and I haven't got that. And the message for you is the more that you expect abundance, the more that you attract abundance. It's the same thing for anything in your life, right? So I was telling everybody today in our webinar that everything is energy, and you either reaching for all of the positive energy and focusing on that, or you're still getting all this negative stuff that's draining you out, and it's not really helping you to think that you don't ever have anything. That doesn't help you. That just keeps that coming into your, life, right? So the wording of things is super important, but the angels of abundance don't just talk about money. It talks about an abundance of people, of time, an abundance of change, an abundance of new directions, abundance coming, things for you to be grateful for. And actually, if you start spending the morning, before you even get out of bed, and you make sure you're protected, etc., you spend the morning just being super grateful for things, then life begins to expand for you, right? So life begins to become extremely different. So welcome everyone that's coming in. Thank you. So the energy of the abundance, like green, healing energy as well. And what happens when I see the angels of abundance come up, okay, in a card reading, I can guarantee you that within a few days, maybe a week at the most, you will notice a change if you remain really optimistic. Something will come to you unexpectedly. Sometimes things also seem like they're not a blessing, but they end up being a blessing in disguise, right? They end up being something that, later on we're like, oh my God, I'm so glad that happened, because now, I can see where that was leading me. And we've all done that in our life as well. So the angels of abundance, something big is coming. And this is also talking about on a worldwide scale. Another thing that we did in our webinar was netting across the earth. And we just imagined that the angels were taking care of this, instead of us trying to, what's going to happen and what's going to happen over here, and when are we going to get in lockdown, out of lockdown, and when's this going, and when's that? We're just doing this all the time, right? Freaking out. And it's not even our freak out, it's just the stuff that's happening around us. So we've got to refuse to give into that energy. And I'm really, 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 this is really a big thing that's been coming very, very strongly to me to share with you all, is to stop looking at it and stop getting yourself involved in the stress, because that will just pull us right into it. And we don't want to be there anyway. Okay, so we have to visualize what it is we wish to see, think about what we wish to, to have materialize. And the angels of abundance are bringing in an abundant energy around all of us right now for us to open up to. It's the Lion's Gate. The Lion's Gate is open on the 26th. It opened. So Monday, it started to open. And this is a serious, influx of energy coming, from the Syrian energy, from the Lyrian constellation. And in it comes, and it's a galactic new year as well on the 26th. And we move into this energy of abundance, of peace, and it's like very, very, very strong. So we have to just be ready to assimilate it. And it also means that you may be feeling super sensitive to the human resonance. So if you're not looking at the Schumann resonance, look at it, because there's huge, big spikes happening on the earth right now, right? It's intense. But remember, it'll make you feel all floaty, like you're, oh, but just be conscious of it and say to yourself, okay, I'm feeling all floaty. I'm feeling headaches. I'm feeling my body is heavy. I'm feeling all of these things. I don't want to be feeling all of these things. So I'm just going to see it as a positive thing. Instead of going, oh my God, this is happening to me again. And why is this happening? And I'm feeling like crap. Blah, 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 blah. So this is a positive thing, because my body and my cells are changing. The information is downloading. Soon I'm going to understand what it is, kind of thing, right? So, soon I'm going to understand what all this nonsense has been about. And I'm not going to fight it. I'm just going to say, okay, today's the day that all this influx is coming in. I'm just going to make sure I'm grounded. I'm working with my crystals, my oils, my connection with the angels, my divine connection, my divine higher self stuff, all that. See, the anxiety, it's all because energy is leaking out of you. When it's not leaking out of you, what happens? You feel great, right? You can tell the difference between a great energy day and a crappy energy day. And the difference is how your mind has gone in both of those instances. So use that to your benefit, right? And also understand, that you can have days that you're down. Just don't stay down. You can have days when you're like, rah! Just don't stay in that energy. And just say, okay, what prompted all this stuff, right? And if you can't think of anything that you've done, then say, okay, the energy is changing on the earth, the planet. This is a good thing. And I'm just going to have to go with it, right? As well. Okay, so the angels are bringing abundance on every level. So in a few days, you're going to notice this, okay? All right. Now, number one, you're going to have these imperial dragons are mostly the major arcana. So they give you a major point. And we will see what happens, okay? All right, so let me make sure these are okay. You can also do dragon energy courses with me, get lesson 1 or something. You can get lesson 1, a dragon recording off of me. I do teach about this. So if you're ever interested, you can reach out, because we need all the help we can get, of course. And your dragons are not evil. I know it's been said that, but a lot of things have been said that are evil that are not. And it took me a really long time to allow the connection with dragons, believe me, So I get that apprehension, but they are there to help us and assist us on our journey, and can really clear the way, get things going. And just remember, like, I have a thing set up on my website now that will let you sort of pay things off. So you can do like the buy now, pay later kind of thing. I believe that's set up on my website now, so BDevineOnline.com. I also have a lot of people write to me about demonic possessions and, that their kids have got attachments, or that there's an issue in the home. I do have a very intensive 3 to 4 week sessions with you guys, and I help you get through it and get rid of it all, and get it out of your body, get it out of your kids' lives, or whatever it is, obviously with people's permission. And you can work with me on that, and I create something just for you and your family and your home. And it really, really works, clearing that energy, and you won't have to deal with those things again. So there's a few different things. A couple of courses you can also do. Imara Reiki and Attraction Reiki, they are available as well. I know my husband doesn't have the links right now, but if you look in my description box, you should see the links. And you can do those at home too. All right, so let's go. Number 1. Thanks, G. Awesome. All right, here we go. Hey, number 1, you're getting a big shuffle. Oh, number 1. Okay, so this is your card, the Wounded Dragon. Is this how you feel? Feel upside down, right? Everything's going upside down and you don't know what to believe or what to think or what to feel or what to do. This is a time right now of major importance. Now, I've said this is for everybody, but this is for number 1, okay? It's a time of major importance for you in your life, like whatever it is that you are feeling held up about or stumped about, or you don't know what direction to go in right now. Everything in your life that is sort of feeling frustrating in that way is almost over. Okay, the wait is almost over, but it's also very important. It's extremely important for you to look at this space in your life and try your best, that you can, to only focus on where you're going, because this is a sacrificial card. So you sacrifice yourself for the needs, the wants, the desires, the feelings of everybody else. This can't happen in your life anymore. This can't happen and, you remain really healthy. You can't have all this drain of energy and you're constantly protecting yourself. You're constantly walking on eggshells or constantly trying to say all the right things so that you don't upset somebody, etc. And you're the one that's left, when you need help. It's very, very rare that people will come forward and help you where you have helped them, right? So what you've done is basically in your life is kind of like you want people to like you and you want people to appreciate who you are, and you want people to see the most positive aspect in their own life, and you want people to be happy within themselves, and you want all the great things in life. But what ends up happening is that you exhaust yourself extremely quickly, and then you get sick of that feeling, like you get frustrated with that feeling that you're always so giving of yourself and it doesn't go noticed, or it doesn't feel like it. Sometimes this happens to me. I get very frustrated when I feel like I just give and give and give, and sometimes it's just like a slap in the face that you get back at times, right? Knowing that sometimes that's just my own slump and that's just my own energy. But sometimes you think, wow, why do I bother doing all of these things, And this is where you're kind of at. You're at this crossroads in your life. You're making decisions. You're making decisions that are going to be very, very big for your future. I feel like you shouldn't be sitting on the fence right now. If that's what you're doing and an opportunity has come forward, take it. Even if it's not exactly what you want to do, it feels like you need to take something so that you can get moving. Welcome into people. It also feels like, okay, so I'm sort of seeing this energy or a sort of a scenario, okay, of you just sitting there feeling really, really confused and sad, but at the same time sort of feeling like, you can go forward and you can do it and it's going to be okay. But it's almost like you kind of want someone to be on your side or someone to validate your feelings and just hold your hand a little bit as you just go, okay, now I can go to the next phase of my life. And it's like, sadly, that it's like this, I don't know, I just feel this vibration of it's almost like, I don't know if you've ever seen those foil drawings where there's a tree in the center of the drawing, and on one side it's nighttime and on the other side it's daytime. And the daytime one has like a boat going out, and the nighttime one has this boat coming in, right? It feels like you're sitting in front of this tree. Am I going to take this side or this side? Do I want to come back in, or do I want to go right back out? And if I go right out, what's going to happen out there, kind of thing? Will it fail? Is it going to be, more difficult than the situation that I'm in now, right? It's like that. It's like that sort of thing. And it's just like, you've got to remember that not making a decision for yourself right now is going to put you back. It's almost like it puts you back 5 years. So if you think about it that way, do you really want to go back 5 years? No. Do I have to know what's in the future? No. Can I create my future? Yes. So even if you do get off the bench or the fence or wherever you're sitting and wherever you're sacrificing yourself and everybody else is coming first, if you start getting forward from that, yeah, sure. There's going to be people that don't get it because your energy is not taking care of them anymore. But there's even more people along the way who are cheering you on. And you can generate your future to be a positive one by saying things to yourself like, well, if I just keep moving forward, everything's going to be healed. Everything's going to be okay. I'm going to find my way. I don't need to know for sure what's going to happen because I could change my mind 1,000 times before then, So if I move forward and I do this for myself, am I going to be proud of myself? Yeah, I'm going to feel better about myself for having made a decision. If I sit here, I'm going to feel safer for a minute because I'm in a familiar place and stuff, and it's the same old routine and all that sort of stuff. But I'm going to be so upset with myself that I didn't take that forward step, and just do it anyway, regardless of what anybody else thinks. Because if people are truly on your side, it doesn't matter whether you decide to move to the moon, they are going to be overjoyed for you because that's a choice that you want to make, and that's what will bring happiness into your life and help you to express happiness as well. So for number one, you don't have to defend yourself. You don't have to justify your actions. You don't even have to tell anybody what you're going to do. You just need to do it. And at the same time, stop worrying about the thoughts of everybody else, what they're going to say, how they're going to feel, how they're going to react, blah, 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 because they don't lose any sleep at night. All right? And I feel for number one, you are. Something is keeping you awake, right? Something is keeping you from having a full rested sleep. And it's the thoughts, feelings, concerns of everybody else, right? And it's also this collective of stress. All right, we're in a whirlwind right now of everyone freaking out again, okay? So we got to get past that, get past the tornado, and do the things that we want to do. Because this energy of always putting yourself last is going to be something that if you don't get out of it, it's going to be something that turns into other bigger problems if they haven't already, okay? If they haven't already, they're going to turn you into bigger problems because it's not that people are taking from you. It's not that you're giving. It's the resentment behind it because you don't see any result for your giving, for your kindness. It doesn't seem like you see anything because you're giving it to the wrong people. That's why. Okay? So shut those doors and keep them shut if that's the case. And like my husband says, don't fall for the triggers of division. Don't fall for any of this crap because it's all a pantomime right now anyway. It's all a joke. When I did ayahuasca many years ago now, she told me that you should keep everything very lighthearted because it is a joke. The world is just there. You should just laugh at things. Keep your vibration high in that way. Don't take anything seriously and get yourself all embedded in it unless you're talking about yourself, right? So number one, self-sacrifice. Move forward. Do it anyway. Who cares where it's going to land? You've pushed yourself forward. Bring all the abundance angels around you and ask them to clear the pathway. You know, we cannot know everything for sure, because that is a load of crap that will limit you. That's why fortune telling and all that sort of stuff, you know, people want to know their exact future. Well, you know, I'm not going to tell you that because that limits your experience. I can guide you to what I feel, but then it's up to you what decisions that you make. I was telling people before, you know, in the early days, I would, you know, read your palms. I would tell you what they say. I would read a crystal ball for you. I can still do all that stuff. Does that define your future? You know, no, it doesn't. It tells you what could happen if you keep going on the path that you're going on, right? But if you change your mind, then your future changes, of course. You know, it's the same thing. All right, so number two. Here we go. Now, number one, that one took a while to come out for you. So that was very, very important for you as a soul, you know, as a soul. Where are you going? What you doing? What you doing, number one? Number two? Okay. So number two, so you have the Dragon of Solitaire, which is basically the 9. It's the Hermit card, right? It's the card of withdrawal, but it's not withdrawal. It's not a withdrawal energy that is negative. You know, this is a withdrawal energy that is positive for your growth. Right? So for number two, in order for you to get the answer that you're looking for, you cannot ask anybody else. One of the things maybe that you do, number two, is constantly look for validation of whatever it is that you want in your life, or, you know, like almost like number one, a decision that you want to make and you want validation. But this particular card says that the biggest thing that you've been resisting in your life, number two, is yourself. That's the biggest thing that you resist. And I remember, this kind of reminds me, like, I know my dad has passed away in June, if you didn't know this. This was a huge, big undertaking for my husband and I. But one of the things that my dad told me many times over was that he was looking for the feeling that he had when he first went to church and he found Jesus as his savior, right? Which is not my thing, but that was my dad's thing. And he said, I'm looking for it, and I'm looking for it everywhere that I go. And I remember telling my dad, you know, God hasn't gone anywhere. Jesus hasn't gone anywhere. You have. You've run from place to place to place to find the power of that connection again, when it was within you the whole time, you know. And of course he scoffed at it and he didn't like it, but it's that kind of energy with you, number two. It's the answers are always there. And I know I used to say, people would say to me, Becky, you know, look within yourself, and I'd be like, I want you to tell me. God, I don't want to be thinking or doing anything extra. What do I know? I'm coming to you. You know, you tell me what's going on, right? People say that all the time. And it's like, you know, that's what it is. But it's like you don't trust yourself to have the right answers, but you have the right answers. You know, you don't trust yourself to be able to succeed, but you can. You know, you think that your dreams have gone sailing, you know, but don't let them. These are all things that you will find within yourself if you do actually sit with yourself and you ask yourself questions. You know, why do I do this? Because, and write it down on a piece of paper. This is how I react when this happens. This is how I feel when this happens. When I speak to my mum, this is how I feel. When I go to this person's house, God, I feel so upset when I've been in their company, right? And we know that means that those people are not right for us. Some reason we keep on going back there, right? So, knees, and I just want to say, someone's saying about knees, that is stopping you. You're trying to move forward and you're stopping yourself. Knees, walking, hips, walking, feet, walking. But your knees are having problem. What are you resisting? The other thing is, we all do it somewhere in our life. It's like we constantly resist some part of ourselves, or we don't want it to be that. Right? It can't be that. It's got to be something else. You tell someone, look, maybe you need to change what you're eating or drinking or something. Oh, it can't be that. It needs to be something else. Maybe you need to focus on the positive. Well, it can't be that. It has to be something else. No, these are the things that they are. One, what you're eating, chemicals, what you're putting in your mouth every day. Even if you're sneaking a McDonald's burger or something, your body knows, okay? You say, well, I've got all this weight on me and I don't know how to lose it. Yeah, you do know how to lose it. You just don't want to hear that. We want it to be easy. I know what to do to lose weight. I didn't want to hear it for the last couple of years either. I was just thinking everything was fine and I could just, imagine myself how I want myself to be. But you also have to take other steps. You have to say to yourself, this is not working. This is making me feel unwell. No matter how positive I am, try something else. Now the energy of but you know what you're resisting and you're ready to make a lot of changes, but you've also got to believe that that's okay. So that's for Ashley. So you've got to believe it's okay. You don't want to be having knee problems when you're young. You don't want back problems when you're young and all this stuff. You got too many things to do. That's the other thing, as you're getting older, not that you want to get older or anything like that, but if you've got problems when you're young, you need to get rid of it now, right? Please don't put my name in the highlights. We haven't got your name in highlights. I don't think so. Oh, you mean, okay. All right. Okay. Oh, okay, I can see what you mean now. All right, so no worries. But yeah, so number 2, the resistance with you is yourself, okay, and going within and focusing on yourself and allowing yourself that time to do that. This is what needs to happen for you. Number 2, the answers that you're looking for are going to be revealed in more ways than one. So the clarity that you need, the direction that you need, the focus that you need, the whatever it is, the diet that you need, whatever it is that you're looking for, it will come. But you must then listen to it and move forward and not resist yourself and allow yourself to succeed. Some people are just so afraid of succeeding. It's not failing, it's succeeding. Remember, you can control your own fate. You control your own energy. You control your own success. So you could be really famous, but no one's going to recognize you at the shopping center if that's what you want. Right? So, nothing can do that, right? Okay. I'm sorry, guys. I'm just seeing a different... my chat's just doing weird stuff, okay? So let me just see this for just a second. All right. Okay. All right. Okay, I think it's come back now. It's like my chat was going right back to the start, and I'm like, what? Haven't we already said that? All right, and then it came back. All right, awesome. So you will be given a time number 2 where you'll have some time out. Maybe there's an ending to a job. Maybe you've got a few weeks where, nothing's really happening, or you're in lockdown. Sadly, this has been happening too in Australia. So now it's sort of happening like Sydney. I think Melbourne's out of it. Adelaide is in it, or South Australia as well. I'm not sure about Western Australia right at this second, but my sons are in South Australia. So, they're in that sort of situation where they've been free for, this whole time. They haven't been able to be locked down at all. It hasn't really been a thing in South Australia, where they've just been out doing all their stuff. And now they're clamped. So hopefully everything's going to be okay there, because, the energy is shit. And the Australians are just going through this, like, what's happening to us kind of thing. It's just so bizarre. Australia is very laid back. So it's very strange to see this turn of events happen over there, like, so seriously. And then we've seen stuff everywhere else. So we have to focus on, if you have that opportunity, use it as an opportunity. If you have to stop doing something for a while because you've got a sore leg or whatever it is, focus on that as being a way in which you can really get to the bottom of why that's happened in the first place, right? When you're thrown backwards, take a look at why that's happened, and what you can do to change your reaction, response, etc. in the future. Because we're moving through these changes pretty well, if you ask me. Like, there are a lot of things happening, and we all know, around the globe. Okay, there are a lot of things happening. There are people that have their own opinions, which is fine with me, right? I don't care. So my focus is, this is noise. This is a distraction. All of this that's around us, it's all a distraction from your path. What's it going to be? Because our mind is stronger than whatever's happening around us. Our mind can be free no matter where we are. So what's it going to be, And you can actually be quite abundant through this phase of your life. The angels of abundance are also very much around us, right? But the dragons are telling you very clearly, these are major important parts of your life, right? Major important parts of your life that are happening right now. And, we are getting into a timeline change. Okay, like I said to you, I got itching in my ears. So hopefully it's love. The timelines are changing, because what we have right now is the Lionsgate portal opening. And that comes between July 26th, reaching a peak on the 12th of August. And like last year, it's probably going to stretch out to the end of the year a little bit, right? So there's this big gap of help. Help by the millions and millions and millions. The energy of positiveness. Use it to your benefit, okay? So that means that you call in the support that you need, that you ask for help when you need it with the expectation that you're going to get it, that you focus on this flooding over the earth of pure energy, that people are just waking up left, right, and center, and you're imagining this, right? No matter what else is going on with all this nonsense, right? That we're imagining the awakening of humankind, and we're here witnessing it as ambassadors of truth, as light workers, as whatever the heck you want to call it. How are we going to be a leader if we can't even get our own crap together because we're too distracted by, that's what darkness does. It wants you to be fighting all the time. You don't have to be. Okay. So we refuse to play the game. Like my husband said, not playing that game. We're moving ahead. The shift has begun, people. There's people down here still. God love them. Okay. And we're up here. And we're going to keep going up and rising above and helping those who want to come, and we'll give them a hand up and we'll show them a way, and we'll focus on this world changing once and for all. The people will become the leaders of humanity, right? It'll happen, but not if everybody's got their head in the sand, trying not to upset everybody, trying not to offend people, trying not to, well, I don't want to say this because, get away from it if people are making you feel that way, right? Don't look at all the posts and all this and that. Just put your positive stuff up like you're doing, right? And do it. We're doing it. We are doing it, whether you think that you're still, learning or not. If you're here listening and you've been here for a long time, or maybe you've just come, you're doing it, right? So you're part of the movement. You're part of the change that we want to see. We don't want to see this crap anymore, do we? Doesn't matter what side of the fence you are on or whatever. I don't care who believes in what. I'm just feeling, the energy of positive and negative. For me, it's always going to be positive. I don't want the negative anywhere around me, no matter what disguise it comes in, no matter how good it may appear. I want to go forward, right? So, we have to strengthen our body, mind, body, spirit, all working together. Push ourselves forward regardless of all the crap. Don't explain yourself to anybody what you're doing. Don't try to save people all the time. Don't go, oh my God, I've got to say something. Right? We've got to say something. Right? And that's the thing. It's like people are going, I've got to set them straight. No, you don't. Just leave us alone, right? And we'll focus on us and you focus on whatever it is that you want to do. And the thing is that we've talked about this for many, many years now. We talked about this for many, many years, how the earth was going to change, how things were coming, how there would be viruses, how there would be, different changes of government, how there would be all of these things happening that are happening right now. We've heard about it forever, right? People call it the Bible stuff. People call it, the rapture or something, the reckoning, whatever you want to call it, the purge, whatever. It's there, and it has been actually happening for a lot longer than what's visually been happening now. Okay, we're seeing it. So this is, in our face, but it's actually been happening for a super long time, a long, long time, that there's been this shaking of humanity, and bringing it, and trying to have leaders who are bossing everybody around, and we're just all these, puppets on a string, kind of, yes, sir, no, sir, doing as we're told. That's not how we're supposed to live, right? Now, we don't want to go and push major buttons right now energetically, right? Physically, we don't want to be pushing buttons, right? But in our own spiritual energy, we can do a ton of things that we can't do physically. We can reach anywhere we want to reach around this globe, energetically, right? Spiritually. We are who we've been waiting for. That's right. There is support there, our celestial beings of light. It's not dangerous, because it would have taken us out a long, long time ago. If that was the case, look at all the world wars. Okay, here comes the beings from outer space, and they're just going to go, you guys are idiots, bang. So no, there's none of that. They're there to support us. It's a very friendly energy. It's spent a lot of time dealing with it, right? Nuclear stuff, there's been so many that have been stopped from hitting us. It's not even funny, right? There's been so many things that have stopped, and this is what we're left with, the scramble right now. So let's ignore the scramble as being a problem. Use the time to focus our energy very correctly and very lovingly, and, be the change we want to see, like Gandhi said. You've got to do it yourself. I've got to do it myself. We've all got to play our part in this beautiful world that we want to save, right? That we want to keep, that we don't want all this nonsense happening, and all the fighting. We don't want to go backwards into all of these problems that we had before that we already resolved. We already resolved all these problems, and now they're thrown in our face as though they've, come back up, and we've always been this way, and we're bad people, and, we should be doing this and we should be doing that. And we're all like, what do I do? So we've got to stop all of that, right? We've got to stop that energy from taking our time and zapping our bodies and making us stress, making us feel very frightened. And, we're frightened for our family and we're frightened for our friends. We want everyone to understand us and no one is. We've got to take our power back, basically, right? Power to the people, right? Isn't that what John Lennon said? An instant karma is going to get you, right? So we have to remember there's more of us, okay? There's more of us than anybody else. There's more of us that are doing this. We're all doing this in our own way. And this is a place to help you to stay grounded, to stay strong, to keep pushing forward. There's so many things I want to say, but it's not worth it because, it ends up contributing to ruffled feathers, which I don't want to do. I want to focus on where we're going. And as a, being of light like you are, what do I think that, Source would do? What do I think that the universe would do in this predicament? What do I think the angels would do in this situation that we're in right now? Do you think they'd be flapping about, worrying and stressing and fighting and keyboard worrying? Would they be trying to make people see? No, they would just be. Don't you think they would just be their energy? Wouldn't they be unconditionally loving? Wouldn't they be understanding, but still continuing a high vibration? I think that's true. And I think that's what we have to do as well. Now, your cards, to me, cards are just a fun thing, a fun tool. They also validate a lot of things that are already there anyway, which is good. We don't need cards either. I could have told you all this earlier, where you're at. And in fact, I may do that one day. Choose number 1 or number 2, and I'll just start with number 1 and just start talking to you. And number 2, I'll start talking to you because it's all there. And you all can do this too. You've all got it. Don't let anyone tell you any different. And don't let anyone tell you that you're internalizing something that you're not. Okay? Because pretty soon you can't even have your own thoughts. That's ridiculous. We're not going to let that happen. Our vibration is far too strong. We can actually do much more than we give ourselves credit for. That's what happens, And we're moving into, so that would be interesting, right? We're moving into more of a focused time, but we've also got to use this time between now and the end of August. So this gap that we have, remember, we have concentrated support. It's more support than we usually have, even though we have a lot of support usually. Let's use this support, this beautiful light, this galactic energy that's coming down towards us, that's opening us up, that's bringing us back our power that we always had as a soul, okay, as a being that's traveled through many, many different lifetimes, that you can bring back all of your knowledge that you had before. Get rid of all the old stuff that we don't want, the negative side of that, but, bring back that old knowledge, that wisdom, that connection, that spirit, that drive, that focus, that determination, that power, and not let this be taken away from us ever again. The emotion that I feel for humanity suffering is like incredibly huge. But the more that I focus on that, the more I get myself upset. And I'm like, that's not helping them. Even if you don't know me, even if you don't know who the hell I am, I'm rooting for you. I'm fighting for you in the light, in the focus. But, this is really, really amazing what's occurring. Strangers are helping strangers. We're focusing our energy in the most beautiful direction, right? Don't forget all the things that you're doing when you're asleep. We're out all over the place working on stuff. We're building grids and we're netting, light throughout the world, etc. We're picking up on, adjusting the energy. We're picking up on those adjustments. You wouldn't believe what you're doing energetically if you wake up exhausted. I can guarantee you're out. You are out of your body at night doing stuff. You're being called upon to do stuff. You wake up, you're like, oh my God, I didn't sleep. I don't think I slept. I think I was just laying there, We're doing that, right? So make sure you bring in all yourself back into your body when you wake up in the morning, because I can guarantee you, you're working, you're soldiering away, you're lifting the vibration. The future part of you is helping this part of you. The past part of you is helping this part of you. That can get quite a deep conversation, but I'll do that another time. But, it's like you're doing a lot, okay? So don't think that your energy is wasted, or you're not doing enough, or you could be doing more, or blah, 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 blah. All that rubbish you tell yourself. You're all doing an amazing job. Now we can just use this energy from the Lion's Gates and revamp ourselves again, like we're powering up, right? And, keeping the crystals close, bringing yourself in the mornings, doing what you can during the day, being loving and gracious to your animals and, the nature. Adopt a tree. When we go out on our walk, we have a tree that we just call Tree, and we picked him to go and focus on him every time we're on a walk. And he's growing and he's like stretching out, and he's like, this is awesome. We put rocks all on his branches and stuff for him. Adopt a tree somewhere and go spend time with it. It's amazing, the energy that you get from it. They've been there. They keep on growing. Doesn't that tell you something? If everything was dying around me, okay, then I'd be like, all right, we need to we get ready for transition right now. But everything is thriving around us, okay? Like everything's like overgrowing, right? Everything is abundance. So we have to use this to our advantage. So just think about that, especially the kids. Kids are super powerful right now. And if we get them all upset, oh my gosh, if we start frightening kids and getting them all, they've already been through enough. What in the world? What kind of childhood is this that they've been seeing, in all this noise and nonsense? Okay? They need strength. They need crystals. They need support. They need selenite lamps. They need to remember who they are. And some of them are trying to, but then people think they've got ADHD or whatever, and, they get then they're on their chemicals, and that just blocks them off too, So anyway, for all of you that are listening, we are at a most important, pivotal part of our turning of history. We are turning history as we speak, okay? And we can use this month either to feel sorry for ourselves and complain about everything like everybody else is doing, or let's move forward, let's move ahead, let's do things that are going to lift our energy. And, don't worry about those around you. They'll figure it out or they won't. And we'll focus light on everyone and everywhere, right? And we'll keep on pushing ahead. And we'll do it better and better and better. And, we all need each other to do this too. So, crystals in the bed, right? Put crystals at your feet and you'll be amazed the information you absorb from them too. Like about that far away from your feet at night, try to make the point facing your feet. Let the information come in your feet. It's amazing as well. All right, everybody. So I did want to come in and do that little talk and just let you guys know where we're at. And we will be having some more crystals for you to see, all high vibrational as well. And possibly on Saturday, we'll do a big auction. So come and see us. And awesome. Thank you so much for coming. I know my husband has hardly seen me at all today. I've been down in this room, so I'm going to go give him a hug. Sending lots of love to all of you. Okay, remember, the galactic lights, the galactic energy is here right now. Okay, we've got this. We're doing a great job. All right, you're doing everything correct. Have an amazing night. And I will talk to you guys all really, really soon. Okay? No worries. Lots of love, everyone. And say hi. Make a little video for me or something and say hi to me, because I'm the one that's always making videos for you guys. So if you're on my Facebook or somewhere, say hi to me. And if you have TikTok, at BDevine Online. I would love to just be able to get 1,000 so I can go live on there and spread the light there too. So help me out if you can. That'd be awesome. Much love. See you tomorrow for your webinar, everybody, if you're coming. And until the next time, bye for now.